Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts for today's Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under summer baseball contest between visiting Brookline and hosting team The Base. We are here at the Scagnoli Nihil Athletic Complex across the street from English High School out here in JP for this rematch of an earlier summer contest, which marks the first rematch on Brookline's summer schedule. So for the first time, I'm going to have stats to reference from a previous game, which I think should be pretty cool. It's a nice and toasty 84 degrees right now. Sorry about that brief pause, folks. I just got handed the starting lineup for Brookline today. So let's read it out as they get ready to come to the plate in the top of the first inning of this game. Leading off for Brookline is going to be the second baseman, number 12, James Skeffington. Batting second, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Batting third, the shortstop, number 27, Elias Brendel. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 11, Jackson Fantuzzi. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 25, Ellis Martino. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. And batting 10th, the center fielder, number 34, Nico Hart. Head coach of the Brookline 18 and under summer baseball team is John Busey. So that is our starting lineup for Brookline today. I do not presently have the lineup for the base, but we're just going to fill that in as best as we can as we go. Interesting to note from the starting lineup for Brookline, first off, a new leadoff hitter in James Skeffington, as Brookline, without the two players that they've primarily used in the leadoff spot this summer, Keenan Sawada and Justin Liu. But again, that's just the adaptability you have to be able to bring in a summer season You know, guys will come and go for whatever reason, might not be able to make certain games. And you just got to be able to adapt on the fly as you go. Also of note, Adam Rosenblatt making his first start on the mound. He made his first pitching appearance last week in the game at Cambridge. Pitched 1 inning of relief and finished out that game as Brookline secured a 10-1 win, which gives them their current record of 7-4. The Base come into this with a record of 3-7. The two teams faced off in just their second game of the summer a month ago, back on June 22nd. Crazy how time flies. But that game, very lopsided one, as Brookline ended up triggering the mercy rule and winning in 5 innings by a final score of 15-0. Number of strong performances from Brookline up and down the lineup. Owen Hoffman had a particularly good day, 3 for 3, 2 stolen bases, 1 run scored, and 4 RBI. Ben Doctoroff also played well, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBI. Sawada was there for that game. He had a pretty good game, 1 for 2, 2 walks, 2 steals, 3 runs, and an RBI. Elias Brendel, 1 for 4 with a run and 3 RBI. Skeffington, also a pretty strong day, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Engelman, also a solid day, 1 for 2, a walk, a steal, a run, and an RBI. Martino played in that game as well, 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter, 1 for 1 with a walk and a run, as he was a mid-game substitution. Fantuzzi was 1 for 2 with an RBI, while Adam Rosenblatt was 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. And Ben Rosenblatt was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Those all of the Brookline hitters that played last time that are here today. You know, I mentioned Keenan Sawada, who's not here, also among the players that appeared last time but aren't here today. Jimmy DiPaolo, who was 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter last time. Ben Cody, who was 0 for 0 with a walk as a pinch hitter last time. Justin Liu was 0 for 1 with a walk. Caden Sheehan was 1 for 2 with a steal, a run, and an RBI. And Michael Doherty was 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. And then, of course, defensively, Brookline not only had the 5-inning shutout, but also had the 5-inning no-hitter. Combined efforts on the mound of Hoffman and Cody. Hoffman pitching the first 3 innings, Cody pitching the last 2. Just 2 walks were allowed by the pitchers, no hits. So we'll see how things shake out here today. Remember, as always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Brookline's got 2 more games this week, and then plenty more in the weeks to come, so be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribing to the channel can help. And if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. We've got our first note in the live chat already from Barbara Jo Metzger. Go Brookline, always. Happy to see you tuning in, Barbara. And then, of course, if there's anything you'd like to say to anyone else watching this, it could be as simple as Go Brookline, or even Go the Base if there happen to be any Base fans tuning in. You could shout out your favorite player if you like. You could let us know where it is you're tuning in from. Give any comment on the action if you'd like. Or if you notice any technical difficulties with the stream, I encourage you to speak up. It is a rather hot day, and we are rather bereft of shade out here in JP, so You know, that can sometimes cause technical problems. My Wi-Fi does come from my phone, so if my phone gets too hot in the hot weather, sometimes, you know, that can get a little screwy. And then, you know, you never know. So I encourage you to speak up if anything happens. If the stream does get really wonky, I am recording this while streaming it, so I'll have a fully recorded version I can post afterwards. So got a little insurance policy there if things go bad. And then, of course, you know, as foreign as it is, if I'm somehow messing up somebody's name, then I encourage you to let me know in the live chat. Coaches and officials meeting up. We are slated for a 5:45 p.m. start. It's 5:44, according to my laptop clock here. Got a very noticeable breeze blowing through here at JP. Might help keep everyone a little cool as we are, as they say, in the dog days of summer. So we're just waiting for things to get going here. Looks like the meeting at the plate has concluded, and we see the base players coming out onto the field. So we will soon be getting this one underway. You see getting set on the mound for the base is number 13. Like I said, I didn't quite get the roster for the base. I'm just going to be going off of any names I managed to pick up off of Game Changer or any names I might recognize from the last time these two teams played. Due up for Brookline will be Skeffington, Doctoroff, and Brendel. All right, here we go. Warm-ups are finished, and we're ready to get this game underway. Leading off for Brookline, the second baseman, number 12, James Skeffington. First pitch of the game comes in high for ball one. Skeffington so far this summer batting with a slash line of .318 batting average, .348 on base percentage, .318 slugging percentage. As he takes strike one, he's also got 2 stolen bases, 5 runs scored, and 2 RBI. Slices this one foul, and that one's going to lift out of play. And so that'll be strike 2. Funnily enough, it actually bounced over to the football field. This athletic complex bounced through the uprights. Skeffington hits a grounder here. It's fielded by the shortstop. Thrown to first. The throw sails high. Skeffington going to reach on the E6, and he's going to race down to second on the error and slide in safely. Brookline, the beneficiaries of an early defensive mistake by the base. And just like that, a runner on second. Now batting for Brookline, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. First pitch, and Doktoroff hits a grounder. It's deep in the infield, fielded by the shortstop. Long throw to first is not going to be in time. Doktoroff beats it out. Skeffington advances on the throw, and the throw gets away and is going to get out of play. Skeffington trots home on the throwing error. Doktoroff down to second off of the error, and just like that, Brookline is on the board. So score that, I believe, an infield single for Doktoroff, followed by both runners advancing on the E3, with Skeffington scoring on the error and Doktoroff going to second on the error. Now batting for Brookline, the shortstop, number 27, Elias Brendel. First pitch, and Brendel skies it into foul territory out in right field, and it's going to drop out of play and out of reach for strike 1. Brendel putting up some strong numbers so far this summer. Slash line 364, 548, 545, with that slugging percentage of 545 leading the team, while he's also leading the team in walks with 6, tied for the team lead in hit by pitches with 3. He's got 4 steals, 7 runs, and 6 RBI as he slices another one foul. Not shown on the stat line, but just because I was running out of room. He's also tied for the team lead in doubles with 2, and he's the only Brookline player who's gotten a triple so far this summer. That one's going to skip in the dirt. Doktoroff racing down to third, and he's going to get there. The throw's going to get away, and Doktoroff is going to trot home. So score that. Doktoroff advancing to third on the wild pitch, and then scoring on an E2. So 2 runs in off of erroneous throws for Brookline as we start things off. It's a 2-0 lead for the visitors. A 1-2 count to Brendel. Brendel lifts one out to center. That's going to drop in safe. No doubt about that. A clean single for Elias Brendel. Now coming up for Brookline, the left fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Brendel taking off on the first pitch, misses for ball 1, and Brendel head first into second for a successful steal. Hoffman so far this summer, 345, 387, 379, team leading 10 hits, 3 stolen bases, 6 runs scored, and a team leading 10 RBI. As number 13 takes a beat off the mound to try and keep Brendel honest. Hoffman lifts one out to left. Left fielder's under it, and he's got the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 down now, runner still at second. Up comes the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. This pitch is low and well blocked by the catcher. Simply be ball 1. Thanks to Game Changer, I have identified the base pitcher, number 13, as Roddy. So I've got the last name there. Runner taking off for third, and the throw gets away from the catcher. Brendel was taking off before it was a passed ball, so not scored as a passed ball. It'll be scored, in fact, as a successful stolen base, as it's judged on whether or not the runner takes off before or after the error. Big swing and a miss for Engelman there for strike 1. Engelman so far this summer batting .286, .423, .381, 1 steal, 3 runs scored, and 4 RBI. Lifts one out to shallow right. Caught by the second baseman, and they were distracted and did not see Brendel trot home. Not often you're going to see a sac fly to the second baseman, but there it is. Brookline takes the 3-0 lead, and now coming up, the Brookline pitcher for today, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt, as he takes strike 1. Rosenblatt slices this one foul and out of play for strike 2. Rosenblatt so far this summer, .333, .429, .333, 1 steal, 4 runs scored, and 5 RBI. Rosenblatt hits a grounder over to second, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, tags the bag, and that is out number 3. Brookline jumps out to the early lead in the top of the first. Puts 3 runs on the board as they take advantage of some defensive mistakes by the base. Our score through the first frame, Brookline 3, the base 0. Summing up the inning, Skeffington led off the inning, reaching on an E6 and advancing to second on the erroneous throw. Ben Doctoroff legged out an infield single deep to the shortstop. Then as he reached on the single, Skeffington advanced to third. First baseman tried to throw out Skeffington at third, but that throw got away, allowing Skeffington to score and Doctoroff to advance on the E3. Doctoroff went to third on a wild pitch, or what he thought was a wild pitch, as it was actually well blocked by the catcher. But then the catcher ended up sailing his throw to third into the outfield, which allowed Doctoroff to come in to score. Elias Brendel got a single, stole second and third, and then came in on a sac fly to shallow right that was caught by the second baseman. So a sac fly to second base of sorts by Charlie Engelman. Now on the mound warming up for Brookline is number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. I mentioned before the game, Rosenblatt made his summer pitching debut last week against Cambridge. Pitched the last inning of that game. Gave up no runs, as you can see. Gave up, I think one base hit and struck out one. So not a lot of stats to go off yet, but certainly we'll have more data on this young man as a pitcher after today, as he gets his first start. Warm-ups are finished. And leading off for the base is going to be the shortstop, number 5, Esteban Cruz. Cruz, a name I do recognize from the last time these two teams played. He was the starting second baseman for the base last time. First pitch from Rosenblatt, swing and a miss for strike one. The base trying to get their first base hit off of Brookline. And Cruz lifts one out to the outfield, and it's going to drop in right center. Not only is it the first hit for the base, it's an extra base hit, and he's going to try for 3. And he's going to beat the throw to third. A leadoff triple for Esteban Cruz. After being no hit through 5 innings, the base come through with a big swing right off the top of the order. Now batting for the base, number 11, Lermani. First pitch is sliced into foul territory. Fantuzzi racing after it, but it's out of his reach. That pitch gonna miss for ball 1. Or no, this is actually number 11, Peter Sullivan. And that one hits him. some reason I had Sullivan as number 10 last time, but he's number 11 today, according to Game Changer. Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Yan Tejada Ruiz, as he takes strike one. Runners at the corners for the base. As Tejada Ruiz takes strike two. Tejada Ruiz was the starting catcher for the base last time these two teams played, I believe. Playing second base today. In a good position here with runners at the corners and nobody out. Runner taking off for second. Pitch comes in low. Oh, an attempted pickoff between third and home. They've got him in a pickle. Throw home, and Rosenblatt stumbles a bit. They're trying to run out Cruz. Brandel chasing him home. Flip to home. Tag is made. Cruz caught between third and home for the first out of the inning. Savvy move from behind the plate by Ben Doctoroff as Sullivan took off for second. He noticed that Cruz was cheating off the bag and decided to catch him in the pickle. Of course, Sullivan advancing in the madness and taking third base himself. So runner at third now with one out and a 1-2 count to Tejada Ruiz. And he lifts this one out to center, and it's going to go over the head of Hart. And Sullivan's going to trot home as Tejada Ruiz advances to second. This is a very deep outfield out here in JP. He might go all the way around. He's going to try it, and he's going to do it. A 2-run inside the park home run for Yan Tejada Ruiz. How about that? An inside the park home run, as it's a very deep outfield out here in JP. As that one goes in for strike one, you can see just by looking out there just how deep it goes. And that's basically what happened. There was no fence to stop that ball, and so Hart has just had to keep chasing and chasing and chasing it. And Tejada Ruiz had the speed to get all the way around. 1-1 now the count to the batter, number 4. As he golfs this one deep out to left center, and it's caught by Hart for out number 2. Now up is number 9, as that was number 4, Vizcaino, who flew out. First pitch to number 9 is low for ball 1. That pitch well outside to number 9, Bonilla. Two and 0 the count to Bonilla. And that one's going to be high and in for ball 3. Oh, we had a bit of a pause as a soccer ball had rolled into left field. They had to get rid of that. That one catches the zone. Bonilla kind of surprised, but that is strike 1. And that one hits the zone again. Again, Bonilla cannot believe it. But we do have a full count here. Fouls that one off and stays alive with a full count. This one's sliced foul and out of play once again. As that one flies into the road. Still 3-2 the count. This one also sliced. 3 straight foul balls from Bonilla. Boy, whenever I see foul balls fly towards like an actual, street, I always wonder, like, what's it got to be like for drivers driving past a baseball field when that, like, has that ever happened to anyone watching this? You're driving along the road and all of a sudden a baseball bounces right in the path you're trying to drive through. Like, have you ever heard of anyone's car getting hit by a baseball while they're driving? Like, I've had a baseball hit my windshield while it was parked while I was working at a game, but I've never experienced that whilst driving because, usually when the game's going on, I'm, not driving, I'm at the game. So if you got any stories to share, feel free to share them in the live chat. Swing and a miss. Bonilla fought hard, but ultimately goes down on strikes, and that is going to end the first inning. But boy, have we got a very different looking ball game compared to the last time these two teams faced off. Our score at the end of 1, Brookline 3, the base 2. Two explosive hits, a triple, leadoff triple by Esteban Cruz, and then an inside the park home run by Yan Tejada Ruiz. The only thing that's keeping this game from currently being tied is that savvy throwout between third and home by Doctoroff and a well-executed pickle by the Brookline defense. Due up for Brookline here in the top of the second will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Fantuzzi, Martino, and Ben Rosenblatt. Number 13, Roddy, back on the mound for the base. And leading off for Brookline, the first baseman, number 11, Jackson Fantuzzi. First pitch gets him with the off speed for strike 1. Fantuzzi so far this summer, batting with a slash line of 400, 455, 450, with 3 runs scored and 5 RBI. That pitch going to miss for ball 1. Excuse me. That one hits the zone for strike 2. And that one is going to drop in low for ball 2. We got some notes in the live chat from TC. What's up, Jesse? Always great to have dinner to these local games. 2 daughters in town. 1 graduated, but you called many, many hockey games for her. As Fantuzzi fouls that one off. And then also from TC, I hit a car on a golf course as a kid, a car that was driving on the road while on the course. Wait a minute. Fantuzzi hits a high hopper up the third base line. It's going to drop just foul. And so Fantuzzi keeps fighting with a 2-2 count. So first off, TC, thank you for tuning in, and happy to provide some a quality show to go with your dinner. And it's been my pleasure to cover the hockey teams in the winter, both boys and girls. Had a great time doing it, and I hope to keep doing it as the years go on. But let me see if I've got this right. Let me see if I got this right after this pitch, as it skips in for ball 3. So a car was driving on the golf course, and you hit a golf ball that hit the car that was driving on the course, or was the car driving on the road while you were on the course and you hit the golf ball that hit the car? As Fantuzzi fouls that one off, keeps it 3-2. Oops, soccer ball's back. Coming in right behind the third baseman. And they played anyway. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They didn't call the play dead. So Fantuzzi gets to reach because they just threw the pitch while that was happening. That is wild, to be sure. But either way, Fantuzzi gets to first. I'll have to check whether they score that one an E6 or a single, as it did bounce off the glove. And now Ellis Martino lifts one foul up the left field line for strike 1. Zany play. I'm almost kind of surprised that the base wasn't protesting more, but maybe they couldn't because the pitcher threw the pitch. That one's going to curve in for strike 2. Martino so far this summer 4 for 13 with 2 walks, hit by pitch, a steal, 2 runs, and 2 RBI. And Martino lifts one into foul territory up the right field side and out of reach. And he stays alive. And then on top of the craziness around the interference is the craziness around the play itself. It was deep into the infield, but it was bobbled by the shortstop. So that's going to go up to the scorekeeper whether that was a single or a reach on error. That's something I'm going to double check later tonight. Fantuzzi faked as if he was taking off, but instead it's ball 1. Fantuzzi, no stolen bases so far this summer. Not one of the faster runners for Brookline. That's not where his strengths lie. as they still attempt to pick him off. He did show signs as if he was going to steal. And we've seen some erroneous throws brought about by aggressive base running back in the first inning, so we'll see what they decide to do here. As this one's going to skip in the turf for ball 2. I always prefer to not say in the dirt when we're playing on a turf field because it's not bouncing in dirt, it's bouncing on turf. You know, doesn't really matter, but just what I like to do. And that one fouled off by Martino. He stays alive at 2-2. And he makes contact. This one's fair. It's a dribbler taken by the third baseman, thrown to second for 1. And Martino reaches on the fielder's choice. So that'll be out number 1. Now coming up for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. First pitch, and Rosenblatt takes strike 1. Rosenblatt so far this summer 3 for 10, 1 walk, 1 steal, 2 runs, and 3 RBI. He's coming off a very good day against Cambridge last week, as I believe he finished 2 for 3. As he takes one inside, Martino taking off for second, does not make it. Pitch was a ball, but much bigger for the base. They caught the runner. Bit of shade coming out here in JP right now. 1-1 the count to Rosenblatt as he takes ball 2 there. That one sails high for ball 3. And that one is going to skip in the turf for ball 4. Rosenblatt draws the free pass. Now with 2 outs and a runner on first, up comes the center fielder, number 34, Nico Hart. Hart so far this season 0 for 8 with a run scored, and I think that run scored came as a pinch runner as he takes ball 1 inside. Rosenblatt taking off for second. Hart with a hard hit ball right to the second baseman, and that's going to be out number 3. So Brookline cannot add to their score in the second inning. We move to the bottom of the second. The score, Brookline 3, the base 2. we see Rosenblatt almost taken out by the warm-up throw to second by his catcher. Boy, that'll wake you up. Leading off for the base is going to be number 21. First pitch is low for ball 1. That one going to hit the zone for strike 1. To number 21, Corey. That one curves in for strike 2. That one hits. That one hit him in the foot. Corey going to get a free pass to first on the hit by pitch, and he's hopping on 1 foot down there. Hopefully that's just a case where it just hurts like heck and it's not anything serious. As the base get a leadoff runner on, and now batting it for them is number 12, the third baseman. Now up is number 12, Elian. So they are going to bring in a pinch runner for Corey. This is number 6. The pinch runner, hope Corey's okay. Meantime, first pitch to Elian is high for ball 1. Next pitch also going to miss, ball 2. That pitch going to miss for another ball. Throw down to second. Got him in time. Wait, no. Oh, the ball popped out of Skeffington's glove. Throw was in time, but the tag could not be successfully applied. That one in the zone for strike 1, 3-1 the count to Elian. No outs, a runner at second here in the bottom of the second. That one's going to miss, ball 4. Coach Busey now coming out to talk to Rosenblatt. A hit by pitch and a walk. A sequence like that going to leave a pitcher rattled. And might this be it? Looks for now like they're going to stick with him. For a brief second, I wasn't sure if they were bringing on Engelman. in relief, but they are not. He was just sort of kicking around the dirt, try and help out his pitcher. Now batting for the base, number 1, Leguim. This first pitch fouled off, strike 1. That one in there, strike 2. That one hits him in the foot. Another hit by pitch around the feet. As control issues continue to plague Rosenblatt here in the second inning, he has now loaded the bases off of free passes. And we've now got another number 12 coming up. Well, this is our second number 12 coming up in the last 3 batters. So I'll just wait and see who this is. In the meantime, bases loaded. First pitch comes in around the feet again, but it's dodged for ball 1. This is Ismail. That pitch also going to miss. Ball 2. Swing and a miss there. Attempted pickoff at first. Got him in time. For a brief second, the lead runner, number 6, I don't know if he thought the inning was over or something, but Leguim picked off at first. That one catches the inside corner for strike 2. Doktorov having a fantastic day behind the plate so far. That's the second runner he has picked off already today. That one catches the inside corner for strike 3. Huge turnaround for the Brookline defense as they've gone from bases loaded, nobody out, to second and third, 2 out. As now the pitcher, number 13, Roddy, comes to the plate. Swing and a miss there. Oh, and 1 the count. That one's going to miss. Ball 1. That one in for strike 2. That one inside, ball 2. Rosenblatt steps off the rubber. That one skips well, blocked by Doctoroff. Simply going to be ball 3. Full count now to Roddy. So the full count, 2 outs. Well, the batters can't just take off. In there, strike 3. Huge back-to-back strikeouts from Adam Rosenblatt. And with the help of a strong effort from his catcher, he gets out of the bases loaded, no out jam with no runs allowed. And in fact, 0 balls hit into play that inning. It went hit by pitch, walk, hit by pitch, pick off at first, strikeout, strikeout. What a wild inning that was. You know, and that's just the thing about baseball. Sometimes you don't even need a batted ball at all in order to make it exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong. Balls in play are the easiest way to make baseball exciting, but there's just so many other ways to do it. Due up. Whoops. I just realized I left the heart graphic up there for an age. That's, whoops. That's dumb on my part. That's okay. It's going to be the top of the order. Due up for Brookline here in the top of the 3rd. Skeffington, Doctoroff, and Brendel. Leading off for Brookline here in the top of the 3rd. The second baseman, number 12, James Skeffington. Takes strike 1. Skeffington, last time up, reached on an E6, later came in to score on an E3. Shows bunt, lays it down. That's going to be hard on turf. Roddy throws, beats him. Brookline's batters might be a little too used to the field at Warren Field, where a bunt like that could potentially die on the grass. But it's not going to die on turf. It's going to keep rolling and make it a little easier for the pitcher to get it faster. 1 down, and first pitch misses, ball 1. At the plate for Brookline, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. And that one skips in the turf for ball 2. Last time up, Doctoroff reached on what I scored as an infield single, which if the scorekeeper upholds that ruling, then that would be his first hit in a few games, as he fell into a bit of a mini slump at the plate over the course of a few games, but was very productive for the offense last time up. Hard hit by Doctoroff. That's going to go into center field. No question about that. Clean 1 out hit, 1 out single for Doctoroff. Sorry about that. Of course, my sinuses decide, hey, right now is when you're going to sneeze, right in the middle of a pitch, and right as it's about to get hit into play. Of course, why not? Runner at first, 1 out, and make it runners at first and second as Elias Brendel is hit by the first pitch that he sees. He now takes sole ownership of the team lead in hit by pitches, as that is his 4th time getting plunked this summer. At the plate for Brookline, the left fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Hoffman flew out to left his last time up, now up with runners at first and second and 1 out. First pitch is high for ball 1. That one in the zone, strike 1. That one comes in low for ball 2. That one, a bit of a brushback pitch. And Hoffman dodges out of the way, ball 3. 3-1, 1 out, first and second. And that one's going to be low for ball 4. So Brookline loads the bases, 3 batters reaching on 3 different methods, a single, a hit by pitch, and a walk. Now coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch high, ball 1. Engelman, his last time up, he got what was effectively a sac fly to the second baseman as he popped it out to shallow right. It was tracked by the second baseman, but Brendel took advantage and raced home. This is a wild pitch, and we're going to have another player racing home. Ben Doctoroff comes in to score for the second time today, and Brookline gets an insurance run. Brendel down to third, Hoffman to second on the wild pitch there. 2-0 the count to Engelman. Already Brookline able to take advantage of their bases loaded situation a little better than the base was in the bottom of the second. Hard hit by Engelman, going to be caught by the second baseman, thrown to first, and tag applied for out number 2, but a run is going to come in. Another successful sacrifice play for Engelman as he gets the RBI 4-3 ground out. Now runner at third, 2 down. And up comes the pitcher, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. Big swing and a miss from Rosenblatt there for strike 1. That one misses for ball 1. Brief timeout called by the Brookline coach. Hoffman stands at third with 2 down here in the top of the third. Brookline now up 5-2 over the base, following 2 runs scored this inning. That one's going to miss for ball 2. Hard hit by Rosenblatt off the glove of Cruz. Hoffman trots home. Rosenblatt reaches with the RBI single. Almost a fantastic catch by Esteban Cruz at short, but bounced off the glove and brought in another run. Brookline now up 6-2. Up comes the first baseman, number 11, Jackson Fantuzzi. First pitch comes in low for ball 1. Fantuzzi's last time up, he reached on what was a very confusing play that was either a single or an E6, depending on how it was scored. Throw back to first. Rosenblatt gets back safe. Rosenblatt taking off for second, pitches in for a ball, I believe, or no, it was called a strike. But Rosenblatt able to steal second. One and one the count to Fantuzzi. That one skips in the turf, gets briefly away from the catcher, and he bobbles the ball. And Rosenblatt takes third on the wild pitch. Two and one the count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fantuzzi contact, one hopper to second. Tejada Ruiz with the easy 4-3 throw for the final out of the inning. Brookline puts 3 more runs on the board in the third inning and extends their lead going into the bottom of the third. The score, Brookline 6, the base 2. All right, it's going to be the top of the order, due up for the base, as well as leading off is the shortstop, number 5, Esteban Cruz. Cruz led off the first inning with a triple his last time up, but was caught between third and home on a pickoff play as he takes ball 1 there. Top of the order has been very productive for both teams thus far, as another pitch misses, ball 2. Swing and a miss. That one's going to miss high for ball 3. That one misses wildly for ball 4. And Cruz gets us started with a leadoff walk. That's the 3rd straight inning that the leadoff batter for the base has reached. In fact, outside of the top of the 3rd inning, the leadoff hitter has reached every single time for both teams. Got a meeting at the mound with Rosenblatt. This might be the end of the day for him, as he has had some control issues. They had Brendel warming up between innings, so they might be calling on him here. In which case they'll be making some defensive adjustments. And it looks like that is going to be what's happening here. So Adam Rosenblatt done after 2+ innings. And we'll see what they're going to do defensively. It looks like they are keeping Rosenblatt. Looks like he is going to be going to first base for Fantuzzi. And it looks like, I think taking over at short is going to be number 33, Josh Kim, who made his summer debut last week against Cambridge. So I think that's the full slate of defensive changes. Let's take a look at Brendel's pitching stats for this summer. He's made 2 relief appearances previously this summer, pitched 4 innings between those 2 appearances, strong ERA of 1.75, a whip of 1.25, and 4 strikeouts. So based on these substitutions, as stepping to the plate is the left fielder, number 11, Peter Sullivan. Some people just casually walking across the field now that we've just got to wait for. It is what it is. But like I was saying, Based on the substitutions we're seeing, it seems like Kim is either going to take Fantuzzi's spot in the order, or he could potentially take Ben Rosenblatt's if they switch Fantuzzi over to the extra hitter position. And he chases that one low, and it does get away. And Cruz is going to advance on the wild pitch. Not sure if that was supposed to be a planned steal, as Sullivan, very weird belated swing there. But either way, runner at second, 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss there, strike two. Sullivan, his last time up, was hit by a pitch and later came in to score on Yan Tejada Ruiz's inside the park home run. Fouls this one up and over the backstop. Stays alive at 0-2. That pitch misses to the outside, ball one. Tips this one, stays alive. That one in there, strike three. Sullivan down on strikes. Now up, second baseman, number 2, Yan Tejada Ruiz. First pitch high for ball one. Looks like Brookline playing their outfielders a little deeper this time, as they know they don't have an outfield fence they can count on, so they've got to keep the ball in front of them lest they get the same result last time Tejada Ruiz was up. That one in the zone for strike one. Tejada Ruiz, of course, responsible for both of the bases runs so far, as he had that inside the Parker back in the first inning. That pitch misses outside, ball two. That one gonna miss as well for ball three. 3-1 now, the count to Tejada Ruiz. And that one is low for ball four. So both of the batters that provided the most dangerous swings back in the first inning are just given free passes here in the third. Runners at first and second. Now up the catcher, number 4, Vizcaino. First pitch outside, ball one. Vizcaino, his last time up, flew out to center. And that one gonna miss outside as well for ball two. And he golfs this one out to the outfield, racing in and letting it bounce in front of him. His heart, he barely takes it off the bounce. Runners all gonna hold. And that will load the bases with 1 out. And you see, like you've seen a couple of times with the Brookline batters, with the effect that this deep outfield has, which is that it leaves a lot more room for the shallow hits to drop in front of the outfielders because they're pulled back so deep. Now with the bases loaded and 1 down, up comes the first baseman, number 9, Bonilla. Bonilla, his last time up, went down on strikes to end the first inning. Now facing a 1-0 count. Takes strike 1. 1-1. 1 out, bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. Slices this one foul and out of play, strike 2. That one comes in high for ball 2. That one in there, strike 3. Bonilla goes down looking. Now coming up, the extra hitter, number 21, Corey. Corey had to be pinch ran for his last time up. He was hit in the foot by a pitch, but he seems to be okay now. First pitch, he hits a dribbler. It's past the pitcher, fielded by Rosenblatt, flipped to first, and they got him for out number 3. That one almost an RBI infield hit, but instead, once again, Brookline escapes the jam. Our score through 3, Brookline 6, the base 2. Due up in the top of the 4th for Brookline. It's going to be the 8, 9, 10 hitters, Martino, Ben Rosenblatt, and Hart. And like I said, this is going to be where we're going to see if Kim is taking over for Rosenblatt or Fantuzzi in this situation. We've got a new pitcher on the hill for the base. This is number 24, taking over for Roddy. So I'm just going to have to wait and see if Game Changer updates the man on the mound here. All right, warm-up throws are done. Coming up for Brookline, the right fielder, number 25, Ellis Martino. Martino last time up grounded into a fielder's choice and then was caught stealing second. That pitch inside, ball one. That one inside, ball two. And that one's going to miss for ball three. Number 24, the relief pitcher, Juan. Hits the zone there, strike one. That one's inside, ball four. It's a leadoff walk for Martino. Now coming up, the extra hitter, number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. So this makes it official that Kim is subbing in for Fantuzzi in the batting order for Brookline. First pitch skips in the turf, but well blocked by Vizcaino. So that'll simply be ball one. Rosenblatt, his last time up, drew a walk, but was left stranded. That one inside, ball two. Juan struggling with control early in this relief appearance. 6 of his first 7 pitches have missed the zone. And that one's going to skip away. Martino takes the free trip to second on the wild pitch. And it is a 3-0 count to Rosenblatt. That one well inside, almost hit him. Rosenblatt walks for the second straight time today. And now going to be a mound visit here for the base, as that's 2 consecutive walks issued. Nine pitches so far for Juan, just 1 strike among them. Now coming up for Brookline, the center fielder, number 34, Nico Hart. Hart grounded out to second his last time up. First pitch going to miss for ball one. Hart still searching for his first base hit of the summer, as this is another wild pitch, and the runner is going to take advantage and move into scoring position. So that is ball two. Two and 0 the count, runners at second and third. That one hits the zone for strike one. And Hart pops one up into shallow center. It's caught by the second baseman. Martino thought about tagging up, but hesitated. Would have made it as Tejada Ruiz lost his footing when trying to make the throw home. He could have scored, but you know, once you hesitate, you know, you kind of have to commit to the stop. And so that will simply be a pop out. One down, runners at second and third now up as we cycle around to the top of the order. Second baseman number 12, James Skeffington, takes strike one there. Skeffington 0 for 2 with a run scored so far today. He's reached on an error and grounded out. Swing and a miss there, strike two. That one comes in high for ball one. And that one skips in low, and runners thought about it, but decided against it as Vizcaino chased after that one. Simply ball two. That one is low for ball three. Full count, one out, runners at second and third here in the top of the fourth. Brookline leading by 4, and they're trying to add to it. And that one skips in for ball four. Brookline's third walk of the inning loads the bases for the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Doctoroff 2 for 2 so far today with 2 runs scored. And that hits him. A bases loaded hit by pitch for Doctoroff, and Martino trots home. Brookline now leads by 5, and up comes the pitcher, number 27, Elias Brendel. Brendel 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch and 2 runs scored, as that one's going to miss for ball one. Chases that one low. It gets away, not foul tip. It's a wild pitch, and in comes Rosenblatt. Skeffington down to third, Doctoroff to second. Ben Rosenblatt scores now second and third, 1 out with the 1-1 count. As Brendel hits one hard but foul. Almost forgot to add the 8th run on there. 8-2, the Brookline lead. And that one's going to miss for ball two. Well, Brookline did get the mercy rule last time these two teams faced off. They're going to need a lot more runs if they're going to try and get it here. That one skips in ball three. The mercy rule in this league is you have to lead by at least 12 runs either at the end of the 5th or the end of the 6th inning in order to end it via mercy rule. Right now, Brookline only up by 6. They would literally need to double their lead that they already have right now. This one tipped by Brendel, stays alive with a full count. That one in for strike 3. Brendel thought he had the walk, but instead he is down on strikes. Big second out get for Juan. It's now coming up for Brookline, the left fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. First pitch going to miss inside, ball 1. Hoffman 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. Takes that one low for ball 2. And that one's going to skip away, and in comes Skeffington. Run number 9 for Brookline. Now just a runner at third with 2 down and a 3-0 count to Hoffman. And that's going to be ball 4. Hoffman draws his second free pass of the day. Now coming up, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Engelman 0 for 1 so far today with 2 RBI. He's had a sac fly and an RBI groundout. And he's hit. First pitch he sees, and he gets hit. Second hit batsman this inning to go along with 4 walks as Brookline reloads the bases. Up comes the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. It's almost a little comical the way that that ball hit Engelman. He almost caught it in his lap there, like he was a wide receiver getting a pass over the middle. First pitch, barely snagged by Vizcaino as it misses outside for ball 1. That one also going to miss, ball 2. Rosenblatt so far today, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Takes strike 1 there. That one in there, strike 2. 2-2 the count, 2 down, bases loaded. Rosenblatt lifts it out to center, and the center fielder's got it for out number 3. Brookline leaves. The base is loaded, but they do tack 3 more runs on the board. We move to the bottom of the 4th. The score, Brookline 9, the base 2. Due up in the bottom of the 4th for the base will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Elian, Leguim, and Ismail. Brendel returns to the mound for another inning of relief work. We got another note in the live chat from Aiden Davila, a very simple hi. And hello back to you, Aiden. Happy to see you tuning in. Nine to 2, Brookline leads as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the base, the third baseman, number 12, Elian. First pitch, gets a piece of it, strike 1. Last time up, Elian drew a walk, was left stranded on the bags. Hard hit out to left, and it's caught out and left by Hoffman for the first out. Now batting, the right fielder, number 1, Leguim. First pitch high for ball 1. Last time up, Leguim was hit by a pitch but was picked off at first base. Takes that one inside for ball 2. Chase that one low for strike 1. And that's hit. Oh, and it's not Leguim, it's number 6 pinch hitting for him. And he is hit by the pitch. And so number 6 gets a free pass to first. Now batting the center fielder, number 12, Ismail. First pitch catches the high corner, strike 1. Ismail, his last time up, went down on strikes. Chases the curve there, strike 2. One out, runner at first, 0-2 the count. That one comes in high for ball 1. Chases it low, strike 3. A brief bit of confusion there. But Ismail is out, and a little confusion as they send out the next batter, which would ordinarily be Roddy, but instead it should be Juan. And indeed, it is the relief pitcher, number 24, Juan. Runner taking off for second. Pitches in for a strike. Throw comes in way high. Uncharacteristic of Doctoroff there on the pitch, or on the throw down to second, I should say. You know, his throws don't always come in perfectly, but they usually don't come in that high. So number 6 gets down to second. That pitch comes in low for ball 1. That one in there, strike 2. In there, strike 3. Juan goes down looking, and that ends the 4th inning. Through 4. The score, Brookline 9, the base 2. Now that we are 4 innings in, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the Foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. Not including this year's graduates, 81 BHS students have received scholarships from this fund to help them as they build their futures. So, a few more than that number after adding this year's graduates. Your support is crucial to supporting Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442. And as always, you can find all the information you need about our local charity spotlight down in the description section down below. Leading off for Brookline here in the top of the 5th inning, the shortstop, number 33, Josh Kim. Fouls that one off for strike one. Kim made his debut last Thursday against Cambridge. Went 1 for 2 in that game with a walk, a steal, a run, and an RBI. That pitch skips in the turf for ball one. So it'll be Kim, Martino, and Ben Rosenblatt coming up in this inning. And that one is going to miss for ball two. Hard hit from Kim, and that's going to get past the shortstop into center field, and it's going to go away from the center fielder. Kim gets the single, and he's stretching it out off the air, and he might stretch it all the way. Josh Kim rounding third, going for home, and scoring. There was some calls from the dugout to score that as a home run. You really can't when it went right through the center fielder's legs, but you can score that as a single and a 3-base error. As Josh Kim makes it 10-2. Now batting the right fielder, number 25, Ellis Martino, and first pitch, and he gets plunked. So Martino with his second straight free pass, now up to the plate. The extra hitter, number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. First pitch gonna miss, ball one. Chases that one low, strike one. And that's going to skip away, and Martino takes the free pass to second. That one in there, strike two. That one, I think that one got him in the head. And stepping out for a second just to check on him briefly. And now another meeting at the mound. And we're going to have another change of pitcher. This is number 16, taking over for Juan. Situation will be runners at first and second with nobody out, with the center fielder, number 34, Nico Hart, coming up to the plate. And it looks like they are going to send out a pinch runner for Ben Rosenblatt. Wonder if it's some kind of protocol thing because he got hit in the head, or if maybe they're saving his strength because they're planning on bringing him onto the mound at some point or something. Whatever the reason, Adam Rosenblatt pinch running for Ben Rosenblatt. Or maybe they're scoring it as a courtesy runner because maybe they're planning on bringing in Ben Rosenblatt on the mound in the bottom half of the inning. Whatever the reason may be. This will be number 16, Junior. On the hill and coming up, the center fielder, number 34, Nico Hart. Hart 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch, inside, ball 1. That one comes in high for ball 2. And Hart rockets one out to center, and a sliding catch made by the center fielder. The bad luck at the plate continues for Nico Hart. Still searching for his first hit of the summer. And that was a very well hit ball. Just happened to be 2 straight away into center field. Back to the top of the order, batting the second baseman, number 12, James Skeffington. First pitch, going to catch the corner, strike 1. Skeffington 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored so far today. Lifts this one out to center. Center fielder tracking it again, and he's got it. This time Martino's going to tag and head for third and slide in. But that's 2 down now. Now up the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Doctoroff 2 for 2 so far today with a hit by pitch and 2 runs scored. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. That one catches the high corner, strike 1. Runner taking off for second, and they're just going to throw it back to the pitcher. And they're going to allow Adam Rosenblatt to take second base. Rosenblatt hits a grounder. That's through the left gap. 1 run is in. Adam Rosenblatt going to hold at third. And Doctoroff down to second on the throw. It's an RBI single for Ben Doctoroff. Ellis Martino in to score on the play. Now up, pitcher number 27, Elias Brendel. Takes a high ball 1. Last time up, Brendel went down on strikes. Before that, a hit by pitch. And before that, a single. So 1 for 2 so far today with 2 runs scored as he takes a high ball 2. That one sails in high, ball 3. 3-0, the count to Brendel. Adam Rosenblatt at third, Doctoroff at second. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. And you could tell Brendel was really thinking about swinging at that one, but he decides to take. 3-1 the count. That one sails in high, and it's a free pass for Brendel. Coming up to the plate now, the left fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. There are 2 outs here, but Brookline technically just 3 runs away from getting within the range of a mercy rule win, but Hoffman would need to clear the bags. Takes ball 1. Hoffman, his last time up, drew a walk. He's drawn 2 walks. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and 1 run scored so far today. He lifts this one into shallow center. It's a race, and the center fielder with good range to make the catch and end the inning. Our score heading into the bottom of the 5th, Brookline 11, the base 2. Due up for the base is going to be the top of the order, Cruz, Sullivan, and Tejada Ruiz. And we've got a new pitcher on the hill for Brookline. Taking over for Elias Brendel will be number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. So this is the second Rosenblatt that we've seen on the mound today for Brookline, and while Adam Rosenblatt got his summer pitching debut last week against Cambridge, Ben Rosenblatt getting his summer pitching debut here. Rosenblatt did make a couple of pitching appearances for the Brookline High varsity team in the spring. He made 2 relief appearances, pitched 3 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs, 1 of them earned on 5 hits and 3 walks with 2 strikeouts. So he finished the season with a 1.91 ERA and a 2.18 WHIP. He'll be facing off against a couple of the more dangerous base hitters. A couple of the more dangerous hitters for the base. Base hitters. Good golly. As, of course, Cruz had that big leadoff triple back in the first, and Tejada Ruiz had the inside the park home run, which so far represents the only runs of the day for the base. Now leading off for the base, the shortstop, number 5, Esteban Cruz. That pitch comes low and in for ball 1. And that one's in high for ball 2. And he hits a dribbler. Third base side picked up by Engelman. Nice throw to first. Beats him to the bag for out number 1. Now batting the left fielder, number 11, Peter Sullivan. This one fouled off for strike 1. This one comes in low for ball 1. And that's ball 2. And inside for ball 3. 3-1 count now to Sullivan. And that's going to be ball 4. Sullivan draws his second free pass of the day. Of course, he was hit by a pitch his first time up. And the last time up, he went down on strikes. Now draws a walk. So now up with 1 out and a runner on first. The second baseman, number 2, Yan Tejada Ruiz. Swings and not a foul tip. A strike and a wild pitch. So Sullivan takes second on the wild pitch. Tejada Ruiz with an 0-1 count. That there is going to be ball 1. Oh, he gets plunked. Tejada Ruiz hit by a pitch. And that puts 2 runners on as Rosenblatt's struggling a bit with control here. Now coming up, the catcher, number 4, Vizcaino. Hard hit grounder right at Engelman at third. He takes one, throw to first, gets away from Rosenblatt, and racing around third, heading for home is Tejada Ruiz. So Vizcaino grounds into what could have been an inning-ending double play. Instead, 1 out is recorded, 1 run comes in. As they score there on the E5. We've got a pinch hitter coming up now, it appears. Batting in place of Bonilla is number 10. Runner at second, 2 down. It's now an 11-3 ball game. And he gets hit. Both teams struggling with control. As now up comes the extra hitter, number 21, Corey. This one in the turf, well blocked by Doctoroff for ball 1. Corey so far today 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Chases that one low for strike 1. That one gonna miss, ball 2. This one in the dirt skips away from Doctoroff, and all the runners going to advance. Vizcaino to third, number 10 to second. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rosenblatt manages to get out of the jam. 1 run does come in on the throwing error. And as we move to the top of the 6th inning, through 5, our score, Brookline 11, the base 3, and wait, are they calling it? Oh, I think they're calling it. Yeah, I'm not crazy. It's 11-3. They're just calling it. Even though the mercy rule does not apply here, I guess they just decided to call it quits. So, after 5 innings, your final score, Brookline 11, the base 3. Let's recap the game real quick before we bring this stream to an end. This win, of course, improves Brookline's record to 8-4. The base fall to 3-8. Recapping the game, top of the first inning, James Skeffington led off by reaching on an E6 and moving to second. Ben Doctoroff got an infield single, but then a throwing error from the first baseman as Skeffington advanced to third allowed Skeffington to score and moved Doctoroff to second. Doctoroff took third on what he thought was a wild pitch, but was well recovered by the catcher, but then the throw to third got away, and Doctoroff scored on the E2. Elias Brendel got a single, stole second, stole third, and then came in to score on what was effectively a sac fly to the second baseman by Charlie Engelman. Made it 3-0 Brookline in the top of the first. In the bottom of the first, the base answered right back. Esteban Cruz started off with a triple. Peter Sullivan was hit by a pitch. But then when Sullivan went to steal second, Doctoroff behind the plate faked out Cruz at third, caught him in between third and home, and Brookline got him in the pickle. Sullivan advanced to third on that play, and then would come in to score as Jan Tejada Ruiz got an inside-the-park home run to center field to make it 3-2 at the end of the first inning. Top of the second, Brookline managed to get a couple runners on base, but a couple got thrown out and one was left stranded. Bottom of the second, the base actually managed to load the bases with nobody out, but Doctoroff came through with another nice throw from behind the plate, picked off a runner at first, and then back-to-back strikeouts from starting pitcher Adam Rosenblatt got them out of the jam with no score. And then Brookline started pouring it on. In the top of the third, a single by Doctoroff. Brendel hit by a pitch. Hoffman walked to load the bases. Doctoroff scored on a wild pitch. Charlie Engelman got an RBI ground out to second to bring in Brendel. Adam Rosenblatt got an RBI single to bring in Hoffman. Doubled up Brookline's score, made it 6-2. Bottom of the third. Once again, the base loaded the bases with one out, but again, left them stranded. Top of the fourth, Brookline put some more runs on the board. Back-to-back walks from Ellis Martino and Ben Rosenblatt. Another walk 2 batters later from James Skeffington. And then another wild pitch. I'm not sure exactly how all these runs scored, but Martino scored, Rosenblatt scored, and Skeffington scored in an inning where there were no base hits for Brookline. Just a bunch of walks and hit by pitches. I'm going to have to go back to that inning and see who drove in what, or if everything just scored on wild pitches, because I know at least 2 of them did. Bottom of the fourth, one batter got hit by a pitch and stole second, but was left stranded for the base. Top of the fifth, Brookline put more runs on the board. Josh Kim led off with a single to center, and the ball rolled between the center fielder's legs, and Kim turned that into a 3-base error for effectively an inside-the-parker to add another run. Ellis Martino was hit by a pitch, so was Ben Rosenblatt. And then 3 batters later with 2 outs, Ben Doctoroff got an RBI single to score Martino. And that would be it for the top of the fifth, as that made it 11-2 at the time. Bottom of the fifth, the base got 1 run as on what could have been an inning-ending double play. There was a throwing error, and Tejada Ruiz came in to score on the E5. That made it 11-3, but the rest of the runners left stranded, and after that, they just called it. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. And if there's anything you'd like to say, thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. If there's anything you'd like to say and the live stream is already over, you can say it in the comment section down below. You can also go down below to the description section for all the information you need about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation. Also, check out the bottom right corner of your screen for more information about me. You can see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sportscasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can provide those services to your favorite. You can commission me to provide those services to your favorite team. You can also email me directly with any questions or requests you may have, and you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. Final score, Brookline 11, the base 3. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from the Scagnoli-Nihil Athletic Complex in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.